Bruce Springsteen, Prove It All Night. It's from this album, Darkness on the Edge of Town, which, as I'm sure you know, was Bruce Springsteen's fourth album from 1978. And Prove It All Night is one of these songs that first maybe a couple of times you hear the album, it immediately grabs you. You know, it's one of your favourites, probably along with Badlands and Promised Land. And you know, just to be contrary, my two favourites on that album were, and probably are, Candy's Room and Adam Raised a King. Anyway, Prove It All Night, incredibly catchy, likeable song, and you know, I think he plays it to this day, so that's like, you know, 40 years, and it's great. It's an absolute classic, right? If you want to play along with the run-through video that I did of me playing the solo, it might prove difficult because the tuning is pitched slightly higher, so I've had to hastily retune to do this in concert pitch. The live version I chose to use, so as not to play along with the studio version on that, was a radio broadcast, but either something's happened, but it's just pitched, it's slightly higher, it's a fair bit higher than E. Anyway, right. So the song runs on about 3 patterns, and the first thing here is the B minor to D, and that's and an E. Right? And the verse sections, I'm sure you know, is right, so it's an A with a third, C sharp, and F sharp minor with a tonic. So if you played it separately, you'd be like, but obviously on the guitar, you know, you're in the right position to play both parts. Then we got a B minor, which I'd probably go like that. That's to buy your gold and hurry dresser blue. And then we get and then we're into the chorus, which is the Prove It All Night bit. D, E, E, F sharp minor. We'll stop in the D. Now, the sound on Bruce's solo on the studio version on here is, you know, high gain non-aficionados look away, because this may offend your delicate sensibilities. I'm sure it was either, you know, the famous Telecaster, the Butterscotch Telecaster, or the Rosewood Neck Strat that you saw pictures of Bruce playing around that era. I'm sure in 1981, when I saw Bruce Springsteen in the East State Band in Edinburgh, I'm sure he played a Strat and a famous Telly, and I think Miami Steve played a 2-tone burst Strat with maple. But you know, it's a long time ago. So the sound on it sounds like, you know, one of those two, you know, iconic Bruce guitars through maybe a Fender Bassman amp. But I would say there's some sort of fuzz tone, because it's really gnarly. So if you're going to play this, I'd go to the sort of gnarly end of the Strat. You know, so put it on the bridge position, or if you're playing a Telly, just put it on the bridge position. You make it, you know, trebly and snarly. You know, I've no idea of knowing what was between the guitar and the amp, but I would guess it was something really fuzzy. I don't know, a Proco Rat, or you know, one of the electro-harmonic distortions, because you know, there wasn't 500 overdrive pedals in those days, and you know, how many overdrive pedals does the world need? You know, maybe, I don't know, 4 different ones. For me, that would be too much, and maybe a couple of fuzzes. That's it. Anyway, off my soapbox and back to the solo. The Clarence Clemens solo goes over the And you know, if you want to play Clarence's solo, it's really good and it translates the guitar really well. You know, and he plays that in the sax as usual. Clarence Clemens plays this beautifully melodic in the pocket sax solo. You know, and he ends his solo by going, you know, and when the band goes, right? This is where Bruce comes in with his solo, right? As I said, gnarly non-high gain fans look away now. First thing you hear Bruce play is, right? So it's the whole solo is going to be off that position, 14th fret F sharp minor, and that position, F sharp minor. So we're playing F sharp minor, A major for the whole solo, even down to like that. And there's two ways to play that, which we'll get to later, right? So first thing you hear Bruce plays, right? So that's coming off the F sharp and a higher sharp. Then right, it's very, very rock and roll, you know, phrasing and choice notes. Right? As I say with the gnarlies, or right, next line. Right, so far we've got that's coming off the F sharp. Now if you want to put in the odd first tone gnarly Bruce harmonic, all the better, right? So you see now we're up in that position. We're at the 17th fret. We're still playing an F sharp. And you know, Bruce goes for the that kind of, right? Play that like again, and then go down to, right? So playing the same thing but an octave apart. So fret the B, lay down. Play the same thing, an octave below, and then go. Now at this point, I'll say, I wouldn't worry too much about the pitches. It's all about the feel and the intensity. I think this is an absolute fantastic solo. Right? You know, if somebody says, "Oh, you know that bends, you know, it's not quite," I don't think that stuff matters, right? It's my opinion, right? So after this, and we end that F sharp. Right, we're now coming to the final lick. And that leads us perfectly into tie your hair back in a. Right. So the whole solo, at like your walking pace should be. Same like again. Drop an octave. Down the neck. That's it. That's Bruce's solo on Prove It All Night. I absolutely love that one, right? And funnily enough, you know, I've loved the song for 40 years, and I set out to learn what the notes were rather than a rough approximation yesterday afternoon. And I found a lot of twists and turns in it. You know, the playing with the pitch, the bits where the fuzz seems to take on the harmonics, and the whole sort of gnarly sound of the whole thing. Now, the bit that I alluded to before, there are two separate endings here. Now, Bruce plays that solo different. The live version I was playing along with earlier, completely different. Plays it completely different to that solo. But I think that is just a classic solo to play over Prove It All Night. But the last lick, right? We're bending this B note, playing a high F sharp, and a really gnarly snap. And then we want to play E and F sharp and that, you know. So we're playing a trill and we're looking to go to. And everything comes down for the last verse, as I say. Tie your hair back in a, right? But sometimes Bruce plays this. Here it comes. Right? Now those notes are okay. It's a D and an E. So instead of playing E and F sharp, we're playing. You know? I think both are great. Other versions? As I say, I think he's played both. So there you go. Bruce Springsteen's guitar solo in Prove It All Night from Darkness on the Edge of Town.